Hi everyone. Today we're going to learn about self-introduction. When you are new to a new place, you have to introduce yourself. So, let's check it out how to introduce yourself in a good way. But before we are going to the new material, I'll give you a quote from the Andrew Grant. You never get a second chance to make a great first impression. Yeah, so let's make your first impression great as possible. The first material will be greeting. Jadi greeting di sini merupakan salam, ya. In a formal situation, you will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. When you are in an informal situation, you can say hello and hi. So it depends on the situation when you are in. But I have the note for you not to use good night in self-introduction, because good night is only used for going to bed or when you're leaving for the night. Okay, so just use good morning, good afternoon, or good evening in a formal situation. The next one, when you want to mention your name, you can say, I am blah blah blah. You can say, I am Danti. I'm Danti. So you can use the contraction. You say, I am or The next point will be, my name is. My name is. You can mention your full name or only your nickname. For example, my name is Denti Marga Sukma. Or you can use the contraction, my name's. My name's Denti Marga Sukma. To make it more relaxed, you can say, my friends call me Denti. My friends call me Denti. So, please mention your nickname when you say, my friends call me. Okay? And then, when you want to mention your complete name and also your nickname, you can say, my name is Denti Marga Sukma, or Denti for short. For short here means that everyone calls you with your nickname instead of your complete name. Okay? And the last one, you can say, you can call me Denti. That's for the name. The next one, we go to the place. First, you can say, I'm from. Mention the city, mention the country. The second one, I am. When you say I am without from, it means you want to mention your nationality. I am Indonesian. I am American. I am Malaysian. And so on and so forth. Or you can say, I come from. I come from means that the place when you are having the self-introduction is so far away from the place where you come from. For example, you have to introduce yourself in America and you are from Indonesia. You can say, I come from Indonesia. Yeah, and then the last one, you say, I am originally from. Mention the city or your country. The notes for the place, you can give the additional information about yourself. The additional information can be where you were born, where you were raised, and where you grew up. For example, I was born in Jakarta, but I was raised in Solo. Jadi, I was born in, dilahirkan di mana, I was raised in, dibesarkan di mana. And then you also can say, I grew up in, saya besar di. Yeah, when you have the different city, say but. For example, I was born in Jakarta, but I was raised in Solo. I was born in Bandung, but I grew up in Solo, for example. Or you can say, I'm now based in. I'm now based in. Biasanya ini tentang domisili. Or you can state the information about how long you live in a certain place. You can say, I've been living in. In here, you can mention your city for blah 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 years. I have been living in Solo for 10 years. That's for the place. Next, when you are new at a workplace, you will mention about your department, your company, and your position. For example, I work at, I work for. Mention your department. For example, it is about marketing, accounting, and then state the company or the name of your company. I work for accounting in the X company, for example. Or you can say, I'm a accountant at X company. So the position, accountant, marketer, manager, and so on and so forth. The next, I work as a manager. Or you can say, I worked at, and then mention your previous company for maybe 2 years. Okay? I worked at Y company for 2 years. The next one, you can say, I'm excited to work with all of you. Or, it is a pleasure to be a part of the team. You also can say, I'm looking forward to working with you. The next one, when you are a college student, you can say, I'm a. Mention your study program and then your university. So, for example, I'm an English education student in UNS. The article a here can be replaced by an. It depends on the sound that follows an article. And then the next example would be, I'm a blah 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 graduate. It is only used when you are no longer a student but you are an alumni. I'm an English education graduate. When you have the college or when you are now currently a student of the university, you can say the level of your semester. For example, I'm in the first semester in English education. I'm in the second semester in English education. When you are taking a special class, for example, EAP, for example, TOEIC or TOEFL, or other classes, you can say, I'm taking EAP class. I'm taking TOEIC class. And when you are doing your thesis right now, you can state the topic of your research. For example, I'm working on my thesis in blah 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 right now. The topic, please mention the topic, depends on your department. For example, in English education, we have the research about assessment. So you can say, I'm working on my thesis in assessment right now. Or when you want to give the information about how long you study something, to say, I study English for 5 years. I study English for 3 years. And so on and so forth. And then the last topic would be interest. It is common for someone to mention the interest when they have a self-introduction, or she or he has self-introduction. For example, I have always been passionate about art. Yeah, I've always been passionate about art. It means you love art so much. Or you can place your interest in the beginning. You say, art has always been something I've been fascinated by. Or you can say the next expression, I'm interested in mathematics. I'm interested in public speaking. Yeah, just mention your interest. Or I'm into. When you are mentioning about I'm into, please mention about an activity in ing form. For example, I'm into reading novels. I'm into watching horror movies. Okay? And then you also can say I love. Simply just say I love movies. I love novels. Okay? So that's the last material about self-introduction. Maybe I can make another video about self-introduction or introducing others. So I hope it is beneficial for you. Thank you so much, everyone. See you in the next video.